Oh, Mr. Lange.
Mario, I was thinking about you today.
Why?
Because your team, your country beat Israel, Uruguay.
Yeah, they're playing the
1-0.
final with. They're playing with the final with Italy on Sunday.
Yeah, is it for the World Championship?
Yes, it's for the under 20.
Oh, under 20.
Yeah,
But Israel did pretty good though, huh?
Yeah, they're playing for the third position with South Korea also on Sunday.
I thought. Who were you rooting for?
Tomorrow for the final?
Who were you rooting for between Israel and Uruguay? Who were you hoping would win?
For both.
For both.
For both.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah. I thought about you. So I saw Uruguay.
One of the best players in Israel is an Arab Israeli.
Is an Arab guy?
Yeah, Arab Israeli.
Wow. Did they play last week? They played on Shabbos, though, right?
No, during the week.
Oh, was it? I thought they played on
No,
Shabbos.
I think it was Wednesday.
Oh,
No.
okay. They beat Brazil or something? They beat
Yeah,
Brazil. Wow.
A big upset.
A big upset, yeah, because usually Brazil, Argentina are the best ones, the top of
Uruguay also. Uruguay is also a good
Uruguay
team.
also got a good team. Yeah.
Don't disrespect Mario's.
Yeah, hometown. I know. But when Israel played Uruguay, I was where his loyalty was. He said both
Israel beat, or did they beat them?
No, Uruguay beat Israel today, 1-0. So they're going. Yeah. So Israel's going to play for third, fourth place, but they did pretty good for the world.
That's the World Cup.
It's the under 20. It's the players are all less than 20 years old.
Oh, so it's the Junior League.
Yeah, but still world, for the world, so it's pretty good.
I want to see what's going to happen next year in the Olympics, because 100 years ago, Uruguay was champion of the world in the Olympics in Paris.
Really?
And this year is again in Paris.
Oh,
and then in 1928, they won again. This was in Amsterdam.
Oh, wow. But
and then in the 1930, they were the first world champions also.
Oh, this is for the older players.
Yeah,
right?
for
so they normally have a good team. Uruguay is one of the strong teams in the world.
They haven't done too great lately, but the players, as soon as one player becomes good, they get bought by European teams.
Oh, I see. Yeah, might as well go pro, right? Professional.
Yeah, they do play for the team, but their allegiance is to play professionally in Europe.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Although Messi just signed with Miami now, huh?
Yeah, but I think that it's because he's going to own that team.
Oh.
They always sign with American teams for the last few years when they're not that good anymore.
Yeah, but he's going to...
What's the guy from England?
Yeah, he's the owner of the team.
Buckman.
And he offered Messi partnership when he finishes playing. So he's going to play for a year or two. The guy is a billionaire, so he doesn't have the Saudis. The Saudis increased the offer to 1.6 billion.
The Saudis are buying everything. They just bought the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need the money.
Okay.
And he has small kids, so he already wrote them down in the most exclusive school in Miami,
Okay.
The Latinos like Miami.
Yeah.
It's a good team for him to own.
Yeah.
The coffee is good there.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay, so tomorrow we're going to learn at 6:30
Okay.
at the shul.
Okay. Sorry, what time are we learning tomorrow?
6:30.
Okay.
We're on Chav Daled Amud Aleph, 24a. Umi Makam Shabbos. We learned a limud that if a woman is believed, if women normally who are not believed to give testimony that a woman's husband is dead, but they're believed if they bring a get and they say before I nechtam, then certainly the wife is allowed to bring her get. Umi Malkam Shabbos. And we will continue learning from the same concept. Just like the other women have to say when they're bringing a get from China. So it's clear that we're talking about bringing a get from Chutz La'aretz. It's not in Eretz Yisrael. That's what we were trying to prove. Our Mishnah is also, you can be medayik from the Lashon, Niktani. Ha'isha atzma mevia gita. That we're talking about Eretz Yisrael. We're talking about bringing a get from China to Eretz Yisrael. So Rav Yosef, Reish of the Seifa b'Chutz La'aretz Mitziasa b'Aretz. So the Reish and the Seifa are bringing a get from Chutz La'aretz, and the middle part is talking about Eretz Yisrael in Reish of the Seifa b'Chutz La'aretz Mitziasa b'Aretz. Mimai, how do you see this? Meditoni, ma ben gita lemisa shaksav mochiach. V'loktoni shaksav upeh mochiach. It just talked about looking at the writing of the get, not the peh. The peh is only utilized when you're bringing a get from Chutz La'aretz. It doesn't say peh because they're talking about Eretz Yisrael itself in the middle part of the Mishnah. Then the Mishnah says Ha'isha atzma mevia, that the wife herself can bring the get. Freit the Gemara, Isha mechimati gita liyadei garshena. I understand they're in China, husband and wife. The husband gives the get to the wife to make her shaliach. What do you mean? The moment that the get hits her hand, she's divorced. Freit the Gemara. He said, he gave it tonight. You're not going to be divorced with this document until you bring it to the Beis Din of Tel Aviv. So sof kimat yahasami garshimo. Okay, when she makes it to Tel Aviv to the Beis Din, she's divorced. Doesn't have to. Why does she have to say before I nechtam? Why she's not a shaliach? Elam wrote about Manuch b'shrei Ravacha b'ed Ravika the Amar Law. Kimatis hasam asnachei ha'ara ushkale. He told her when you get to the Beis Din in Tel Aviv, put it on the ground, and then pick it up from the ground. That's an example of a husband telling his wife, "Oh, pick up this get from the ground." Because you have to give it directly from the baal to the husband. I'm appointing you as shliach, a hoylacha shliach, meaning someone who brings the get, until you get there. Now, once you get there, you're going to be the shliach to accept the get, and accept your own get. Pray to Gemara of the shlichus hoylacha never was completed. How can she be makabel it herself? Rashi says, "Shliach lo mikri ela mishtalech mizel lezeh." A shaliach has got to be sent from one person to another. She's by herself. Sharoi loves reitzel sholch. The original shliach halacha has to be able to go back to the baal to say, "Asisi shlichosayich." I performed your shlichus. The zoo in this case, she was sent to be a shliach to herself. And the achakach nasi he bala maisa, then she becomes the bala maisa. Ubatel shlichus kodem shetasor, and her shlichus is mizbatel. So, and for the Gemara, the Amr law, havi shliach lohilacha adematisas. I'm making you a shliach lohilacha till you get to the Bezdin in Tel Aviv. When you arrive there, you're going to switch caps, and you're going to become your own shliach Kabbalah for yourself. No, he says to her, you appoint a shliach Kabbalah on your behalf and give him the get. And then once he receives the get, on your behalf, you'll become Mizgari.
Yeah, but he said put on the ground, though. What does that
No,
have?
no. We got rid of that.
No, we did. She just tried to get an explanation of what.
No. We moved 5 cases beyond that. The first case was Asnacheya Ar Ushkale. Put it on the ground. We said that can't work.
All right.
That's like
So
taking a get from the ground. So we moved off of that.
Okay.
So the second approach was have shliach lohoilacha adematis hasam. We said she can't be the shliach hoilacha and Kabbalah the same people. So now the third option is he made her shliach lohoilacha, and then he told her when you get there, appoint a shliach lekabbalah, give it to him, and he'll receive the get on your behalf. That's where we are right now. Hanich lamanda Omar. That's according to Manda Omer that says, you know what? A woman can appoint a shliach to maybe kabbalah get from the shliach of the Baal. And she doesn't have to receive it directly herself from the shliach. But not everybody agrees to that. Then you haven't explained our case. Now, why the Gemara has to give the reason why the woman cannot make a shliach kabbalah. The Baal. It's sort of degrading to the Baal to do that. He wants to give her the get directly to her, and she appoints a shliach. Here's clearly a case where the Baal doesn't care. He's actually orchestrating the whole thing. Fine. That's a good answer. We shouldn't be zoin the Baal. That explained the reason why a woman cannot make a shliach lekabbalah due to bizoyin. There's another svar. We learned before that if a husband puts a get in a chutzner that doesn't belong to the woman, belongs to a third party, and she goes ahead and buys that chutzner. So even though now the get is in her possession, it wasn't in her possession. The Baal didn't give it to her. So that's called chatzera balach mikan. And if you're matir that she can appoint a shliach kabbalah, miyad shliach Baal, we would think that by a chutzner it's the same thing. That if you put a get in a chutzner that didn't belong to her, and then later on she acquired it, it would work. So the Gemara says, Michael Meimar. So the Amar Lo Avishliach Lohilocha Dematis Asam. He appointed a shliach lohilocha until Tel Aviv. V'chimatis Asam Shavishliach Lohilocha. When you get there, appoint a shaliach, another shliach lohilocha. Like we're playing operator here. Appoint Reuven to take from you. And then accept it directly from him. Because nobody says that the woman acting as the shliach can't appoint another shliach halacha to continue the shliach. That's one way the Gemara answers. V'boy sema de Amar law, havi shliach lo ilacha dematis hasam. I'm making you a shliach lo ilacha until you get to Tel Aviv. V'chimatis hasam emer kamei beidina. and then just make a declaration in front of Beis Din b'fanei nechta b'fanei nechta. U'meshav Beis Din shliach v'lisvu ni'alach. The Beis Din themselves become the shliach, and they'll give it to you. Haru lacha mevi aget, haru lacha mevi aget, haru lacha mevi aget. Perak shlishi. Kol aget shenichtav shelo l'shem isha. A get that wasn't written for a specific woman is puzzle. Ketzah. Haya over b'shuk. The man was walking in the market. V'shama kol soifrin makrin ish ploini megarshes ploinis b'makom ploini. This is a school of soifrim. And they're teaching their talmidim, and they say, oh, Reuven is megaresh his wife, such and such, from Los Angeles. And he hears the Sofer teaching the Talmud. So he's not really writing a real get that had authority to Megarish a woman. And he hears the Omar Zeshmi v'Zeshem Ishti. He happens to overhear and say, oh, that's my name and my wife's name. I'm going to use this get, Puzzle, Legarish Ba. He may not use it. It was not written for anybody's divorce. Yaser Mikain, I'll go even further. Kosef Lagarshesh Ishto. He wrote a get for his wife with her name and his name, and Imlach. Then he changed his mind. So he doesn't want to use this document for divorce anymore. And then Mitzo Ben Iro, somebody in the same city. Johnny, we're on Chav Daled Amud Aleph, the new parent.
Thank you.
Also Ben Iro, you know, why should I waste my money hiring a soifer? Your name is my name. Your wife's name is my wife's name. I'm going to use your get. Right? Because it was not going to be used for a divorce. He had changed his mind regarding that document. Yeser Mikain. On top of that, he had two wives with the same name. One was older, one was younger. Because of Lagarshas Agdoila, if the get was written for the older one, Lo Yigarsh Bo Saktan, he may not use it for the Ketana. Yeser Mikain, Omer Lavlar. He tells his soifer, he says, listen, I have two wives with the same name. Write the get, and I'll choose which one I want to give the divorce to. Pasul Lagarishbo. Because the soifer, because we don't use the sfor of Breira. We don't say, oh, once he gave it to the one he gave it to, it's Hurver Adavala Mafreya at the time of the Ksiva, that his das was on that person. And it's written for that woman. We don't say the svara of brave. Okay. He wrote a divorce. He changed his mind. And we say he can't use that get. And the Reisha B'mai, Omer of Papa, B'soifrin, Hasun Islam, and we're talking about the case where he heard Soifrim in the market teaching their students. Makri means they call out in order to teach. Now, my yeser mikei. Fine. The first one, which was done for educational purposes, was not written for purposes of divorcing anybody. Now, the case where he wrote a divorce to his wife, but then he changed his mind. Well, since this document was originally written for a divorce, maybe you could use it. Say no, pos. Now, somebody else wanted to use his divorce. Even if he wanted to use it again for his original wife, he couldn't. Let's say he had two names. And it wasn't written for this one. It's still possible. My time. Because of an on Sefer Krisus Piyada, right as Sefer Krisus, that excludes the one that wasn't written for a divorce at all. But the case where he writes the divorce, he changes his mind, at least that was written for a divorce, Ema kosher, because Rachmana v'chosav has to be written l'shem divorce. Because of Rachmana, because of the v'chosav, avim l'mu tahai below iu kokosav lay. That would exclude the one that he didn't write. Aval yesh lo shtei noshim, the one where he had two wives, the iu kokosiv law, he wrote it, ema kosher, because for a law, it has to be for a specific woman, lishma. The seifa lamali, akamashman de'ein breira. The final halacha teaches us there's no retroactive designation. Kosef legarish esagdoila. Lo yigarish besaktona, but tana lo matzim megarish ba. Hagdola matzim megarish ba. He can divorce the Gdoila that he wrote it for. The Ketana, he can't. Even though their names are the same and the details are the same. And the other woman could have, falsified this. That if you live in the same city, and you have two people with the same name who owed you money, you're allowed to present the shtar to one of the Yosef ben Shimon. We can't say, there's two Yosef ben Shimons, and maybe it was written for the other person. Because we see in the case of Gedolah, we can actually use it for a divorce. In the case where a guy overhears the soifer writing and he says, it's the same name, Posel legarishbo. Sheni lo matzim megarishbo. Arishim matzim megarishbo. Can the first guy be megarish with it, even though the names are the same? Barmina v'lo achi yakol otzelim shtarchov. Abaya brings a raya. Each one of them cannot present a shtarchov against the other. We're talking about, again, Rabbi Lozer's Shita of Eda Masira. We don't rely to be ma'asher to get in Bezdin, because we do everything in front of Edim at the time of Masira. Achanami, with the two women with the same name, this was given to the woman with Edim Masira. And if you can't be medak the way you wanted Rava's medayik, that two Yosef and Shimons in one city can collect. Because this is a Shitas Rav Eliezer. Amarav. Kulan poison b'kuhuna chutz ben harishon. All of these puzzle gets that we mentioned in the Mishnah, and they're not kosher to be magarish the woman, sulin b'kuhuna. If these puzzle gets were given to a woman, to the wife, she can't marry a Kohen anymore. She's not divorced, except chutz ben harishon, except for the first case where they were learning in school, because that document was not a divorce document. Listen to this. Shmuel Omer Afrishon Nami Poisel. If you give this document that was used for training purposes, was never written for divorce, and it's given to the wife, she's going to be posel l'kuhuna. V'aza Shmuel Tamei, Shamash L'komakim Sharachom get posel. Whenever we learn halacha that it says get posel, yes, a woman cannot get remarried based on such a get, but she's poseled from kuhuna. She's poisel. Similarly, whenever it says chalitza psula, the woman cannot go and marry somebody else, but she's already poseled from the other brothers. The other brothers cannot be miyabim since one brother gave her a posel chalitza. B'marav Amri Mishmeid Rabbi Lazar, for example, if they remove the shoe of the left foot, or they did chalitza at night, these are chalitza psulos, but it puzzles the yavama to the achim. Okay, very good.
Shkoyach, Ernie.
So tomorrow, 5:30.